What is that out in the water? Huh. Interesting. Like a little tugboat. And there's some sort of like... Is that a crane? A crane on a little floaty thing? I'm going to walk over here. This is interesting. I think. You know what? I'll even pop this in this. We'll do it like this. We'll do it like this, guys. We're gonna go all production wise on this shit. So I'll show you what I'm looking at. Show you here. This thing here. Okay. Look at this. This usually isn't here, but come on now. I think that's a crane or some sort of. And then see that little like tugboat almost in the back. It's interesting. Like a, it looks like an extension of their little dock area over there. You see like that? And then whatever the hell's going on with that. And there's a porta-john there, right? Porta-john. Why do they call it Johns? Because all Johns are shit. That's my middle name. What am I saying? A different kind of race. A different kind of derby. Yeah, the Kentucky Derby is probably going on right now. Right this second. Why are you watching me? You better watch those rich people horses run and bet money on it and lose your life savings. Your wife and your life savings. Yeah, that must be a crane. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Is it some sort of fishing thing? I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, hi everyone. Luke here. It's been a couple days since I've done a VlogDog WalkTalk. That's because I've been busy. I mean, I had a puncture in the tire yesterday that I had to fix, which I knew I had to fix. I had a kit somewhere, but I couldn't find it. I had to go to the store and get a new one. Oh well. And then, I literally felt like I got poisoned because I was cleaning out the basement more, and there's some old dust in there. There are certain parts where the walls are kind of like the old plaster on the walls is literally, you touch it and it's falling off. So I'm gonna have to really do a number down there. But for now, all those sections are kind of covered up, so no one's really gonna touch them. But I'm cleaning up I'm cleaning up down there in the basement, and I inhaled so much of the old dust that today I just feel kind of sick from it. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I give myself the bubonic plague or something? Is there tuberculosis in these fucking walls? Jesus Christ. I mean, it is an old house. It's one of those where the basement is pretty much looks like rock walls, and then they just put a bunch of plaster on top of it. So, yeah. And it does get kind of moist down there. We do have a big dehumidifier, so it helps. But, man, I'm going to start doing a lot of stuff down there, so I really got to keep that thing cranking in order to not damage any of the, expensive equipment I have down there. An amalgamation of cheap equipment, but if you know how to use it correctly, it can do wonderful things. And there are some wonderful things on the horizon. Oh, yes, friends. You just wait. Oh my goodness. Like the song that I found the lyric, and it was in like the weirdest folder in my phone, in my notebook in my phone, and all of a sudden I just start singing a melody to it, and I'm like, wow, that's a pretty killer. I just gotta figure out the chord structure, because if I bring it to rehearsal and I don't have a chord structure, then the thing's not gonna go very far. But because I already know the lyric pretty well, and if I can get that chord structure written by Thursday, we'll have a new song and we'll be able to play it straight through. And I feel like that will definitely inspire the rest of the guys to maybe write their own stuff, or to be like, okay, maybe Luke's got this now, because I do. I got it all. And actually, now that I'm out here walking and I'm getting some fresh air, I feel so much better. This is part of it. This is part of, the healing that I've been going through, is taking these nice walks by the river. Oh, it's so wonderful. I mean, seriously. Here, let's just, I walk this way every single day, but I don't always take the time to stop here and show y'all what the hell I'm walking by, okay? So this is a little park that is part of a boat ramp area. And here you go. This is, yeah, so I mean, here's the railing. I'm up here. I'm over here now. I'm over here at the street. Most of the time. But over here is this. Look at this. Oh, just nice, like an old school boat ramp. Look, nice walkway you can hang out in. Oh man. Oh, we got some. Oh, we got some stuff. Oh, what did you say? Oh, I didn't read it fast enough. Stealth Chaos did what? What did Stealth Chaos do? Trash talking troll, trash talking. But then you getting stuff out. Show River. Yeah, there it is. Skip a rock. I'm not gonna go down there and skip a rock, but yeah. And then there's a little, that's the little boathouse thingy where they keep a bunch of stuff. I mean, I walked down here earlier with the dog, actually, when I called Bedabbling Live. If anyone heard that show, I was the Dr. Steve guy. Oh, yeah, hey guys, yeah, I just wanted to make a comment about Chad. Yeah, that's me. Anyway, so, I mean, maybe Trash Talking Troll was kind of right the other day where he's like, Luke comes on here and tries to find problems, but we all starting to realize he has a perfect life. Maybe. Maybe I do. And that's why it's kind of sad that for so long I was like depressed about it. When I was the most depressed, we moved into this house near all this stuff. I was at the worst part of my life ever. And we moved into paradise in a way. I mean, even though our house is like over 150 years old, a lot of the houses around here are that old. The cool ones, anyway. Yeah. Actually, I'd like to go to the historical society. It's right over there. It's an old school, like an old. I think it looks like probably was a high school at one point. And it still has an older look. You could literally film a movie there. Like, I've got so many ideas. If I won the lottery tomorrow, I'd be filming like 15 movies. But anyway, skip a rock. Meditative. Yes, exactly. It is meditative. I mean, but here I am talking to you people. So how much of a meditation is that? No, actually, for me, it is. Performance does get me into sort of a zone, and that's the meditation for me. Just sitting and thinking can be all right at times. I have done that, and I will do that in the future. But for right now, I gotta let the chaos flow, because for a long time the chaos was drowning me. And really, the real derby is not, I used to think it was outrunning the chaos or tamping down the chaos. Like, there's all this stuff running around me, running through my head, and I've got to cut it off at the pass. But really, I've got to get up and run with it. Not outrun it all, but just keep pace. And I'm learning that more and more every day, how to keep pace with all the things I want to do and all the things I can't do. And that's really where people have to kind of live in if you really want to do anything other than just the standard normal bull. You live in one of those old college towns? No, actually, it's just an old fishing town. I passed by it already, but this is some bigger houses down the other end of the road that were boat captains lived there. There was also an old steel plant that was down on the corner, out in the street. Now that's a marina. So a lot of these houses were like workhouses, and the bosses' houses. Oh, and also, like I said, captains' houses. They also made boats. There was a boat. What do you call? Just a boat making factory or a boatier down on this river too. So, this house here is pretty old. No loitering, but I think the other day when I was walking, a guy was asking about my dog. I think he was trying to pick me up or something. But this house, if you look at towards the back here, it's very long. I think this used to be some sort of club at some point, a meeting house of sorts. But there's just these interesting buildings. A lot of them, though, if you look, they've been, modernized. They all have siding. Many of these, the ones that aren't single family, have been turned into like apartments. And what really sucks though, what I miss, or what I wish was down here, was like a shop or something, like a bait and tackle shop, or even just a little convenience store, because we got to drive to the main road to get to it. It's not that far, but still, it would be nice to just walk to the corner store. I mean, I could, but it would take like 10 minutes to walk to it. I mean, more like, I would love to have a corner store right down near here where I could just take a nice leisurely stroll, not on like a more of a major kind of road. And, hi, Adana please, 4278. And I didn't say hey to Wolf Leafer, but hi. I know, yeah, I said your stuff, but I didn't say who you were. Skip a rock. I got to keep some of the rocks for all my kids. Although, yeah, I want to show them how to skip a rock. I got to teach them what's up, because I definitely learned that kind of stuff when I was younger. There's something about being near the water, and I've always been in a place kind of near the water. When I was young, I lived on mostly islands, actually. And also, once I grew up, I was an island unto myself, since I had no siblings, and I always felt like there was a separation between me and my parents. I was on an island. I was raised on islands, and then I was put upon a pedestal of an island myself. Yes, so. And sometimes it's hard to get away from that feeling of being just on an island by yourself. I know a lot of people feel that. They really do. It's very isolating, this world. Even though we're commenting, we're having a great old time, there's like, we're connected, but there's a lack of true connection, and it kind of sucks. Really does. I lived in Brooklyn, and they had a corner store. We had no reason or permission to leave the block. Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. My kids can't just go to a store by themselves. They can't, but they have to be a certain age, and you really start to worry about them, especially if they're on a major road. You're like, dude, like, you gotta look out. You gotta really pay attention, man, because these people are driving around looking at their phones and not paying attention to you or what's going on, and before you know it, you're dead. You're dead. Well, Leifer, the duality of order versus chaos. When chaos presents itself, you believe you choose chaos over order, when in fact, order is only understood through the lens of chaos. Yes. Well, chaos will eventually create a sort of order. And then when things become too ordered, the chaos is right there at the precipice. It's right there knocking at the door, ready to take over. The presentation of order is oftentimes a bunch of chaos bubbling underneath that's just waiting to break free. And, any business is like that, right? The more structured and ruled it becomes, the more people start breaking the rules. Well, that doesn't apply at this branch. And, oh, yeah, we're a franchise, but, we kind of skid a little bit. Like the Domino's I used to work for, where the guy, he hired some illegals, and he would pay them extra money with the extra food that we didn't use. Like, my old manager used to say, oh no, you don't have to put a whole ounce of cheese on the cheese pizza. You could put 0.8 and cover the whole thing. And I'd be like, dude, you understand when you only put 0.8 on this thing, when it cooks, the cheese pulls away from the crust? I don't want that. Every time, if I get a pizza like that, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? And unfortunately, most of the time I made a pizza, it had like a bubble in it. I don't know, I just couldn't get all the bubbles out. I guess I'm not a crust slinger, as like I'd like to believe. I just wasn't stretching them out enough, or I don't know what the hell was wrong. I could probably figure it out now, but here I was, an 18-year-old or 17, whatever. Yeah, because I couldn't drive. I was 17, so I did drive every once in a while, because the owner would be like, whoa, you want to break some state laws? Like, all right, I get tips, right? Okay, let's go. But yeah, that manager got he got arrested for laundering money, something like that, through the Domino's franchise. Well, I'm not surprised actually. Ed, his name Ed, and he was always in the back smoking a butt, just like, hey, what's going on, man? Yeah. You know you have a terrorist working for you. This guy, this Pakistani guy named Shahed. Shahed. Seriously, your name is Shahed, and you come to America. What are we gonna call you? Right? Hey, shithead. Hey, shithead. Shithead, shithead. Shithead, shithead. And every time you call him that, he just have this little glint in his eye, like, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Watch out for this guy. You look like Bam Majera. People have been saying that. Maybe I could play Bam in the movie. That's what we got to do. What about the Jackass documentary movie, the behind the scenes movie? All right. I'm Bam Majera. Who's Johnny Knoxville? I mean, Bam's a big part, so that's cool. Who's Steve-O? Can we get Stevie Lou as Steve-O? No. Hey guys, he has to talk like this all the time. I just have to be like, whoa. How does Bam? Bam's just kind of obnoxious. Yeah. What? Huh? I'm not gonna paint my fingernails. Well, for the movie, I'd paint my fingernails. Oh wait, did I miss anything? Okay, look like Bam Majora. The Order of Chaos. LOL. What's true though? The Order of Chaos, the chaos of order. It's the duality. But there's, there is more than a duality though, because really, order is one extreme, and chaos is the other extreme. Now, where's the cutoff? Is it in the middle, or is the middle something different? Right? The full extreme is one. Like there's light and there's dark, but then there's kind of, sort of light and sort of dark. Is that a different thing? Is literally the two ends of something is the duality, but you're missing everything in the middle. Once you get beyond duality, then you are truly living. White pizza is best pizza. Oh, there's nothing like... Okay, wait. There's nothing like great pizza. No frozen pizza ever does the job. Some of the frozen pizzas aren't bad. I mean, I'll tell you, I do buy them a lot, and the kids eat them. You just got to cook them right. Really, don't cook them on the rack. They always dry out too much on the rack. I think I don't want too dry of a crust, but if you do cook it on a pan, a real pizza pan, you do have to go a little bit longer than recommended. You have to, you got to keep your eye on that cheese. If the cheese isn't browning, then the crust probably isn't all the way hard or isn't all the way cooked through. That's the worst. When you take that pizza out, you're like, ooh, it's lightly cooked. And then you bite into the crust, you're like, ooh, it's too lightly cooked. Yikes. Just a nice little cast of brown on the top. Oh, just a little tiny crisp of that cheese. Some of them are all right, the Screaming Sicilian ones are really good, but they're a little expensive. But they pack them with toppings. Although you can just take one of the regular cheese ones, put your own toppings on it. Hello, put fresh toppings in the frozen ones. That's what we do sometimes. Zhuzh it up a little bit. White pizza is the best pizza. Racist. White pizza is good. I used to have a problem with a lot of lactose, so I would steer clear of the creamy sauces, and it also was grody. It made me think it's gay stuff. No, but nowadays I don't mind it so much. But still, I drink it. I have enough dairy where I think heavy cream will make things not so heavy down below. Bam's come back. I'm resurrected, man. Yeah. Whoa. No, Bam has come back, and he was on Fish Tank a little bit. Yeah. And I saw him. Yeah, I saw a couple of videos of him doing a couple tricks. It's funny. He'll skate, do one trick, and then jump off, and be like, yeah, because he can't. I don't think he can balance that long anymore, or his ankles are gonna give out, or his knees or something. But he's still around, man. He's still doing it. It's a testament to the fact that you can be real fucked up and go fall way off the wagon, be trailing behind the wagon, holding onto a leather strap and just getting the shit kicked out of you for a long time and still come back. It's not bad. Like Rocky training, Bam in rehab. Yeah. Oh, the Bam rehab movie. I could do that. I'd have to fatten up though. I'm trying to lose weight. Come on. Could they do it with AI? Make me look a little chubbier. The profane in the middle. Yes, the profanity, the profane, the thing that no one wants to talk about. All the middle pieces that we all want to ignore. The building blocks towards the chaos of the order. That's what you need. No one wants to get there. And that's what the real derby is about. It's about not just running to extremes, not just stopping at extremes, but everything in between the extremes. I love how these just, they rate themselves, man. They always, these little walk-in talks, I title it something and I have a slight idea of what I'm going to do and you guys help out so much. It's kismet, right? It's like it belongs. It's like I have now taken the chaos that is flowing around and I've condensed it. Oh, actually, that reminds, yeah, I have an Udio page, which is, AI music. I only publish the songs that are, really good. I got a Cumia country song on there. I have an Out of the Coffin one that Bob Levy did play at the beginning of his show for a while. It's the one that goes, who made the reaper so grim? Because death cannot hold him. The vampire pimp. Bob Levy's coming. Boom. Out of the coffin, he's coming. He's coming, he's out of the coffin, he's coming. He's coming hard out of the coffin, he's coming. He's coming, he's coming. Bob's coming out. That was a fun one, man. It was really good. It had a Beatles feel, but also it almost had like a Steely Dan feel to it. Man, sometimes the robots really impressed me because, you got to know how to talk to a robot. My father pretty much was a robot, so I know how to talk to them. And well, here's a little secret. I give the robots like a weird like suggestion. Like sometimes I'll be like desert rock or this or that or whatever, but then I'll be like oh, like I'll kind of combine words like descriptively to see what they do, and I can't think of any specifics at the moment. I'd have to look at my prompts for it, but because I haven't really made an AI song in a little while, but all the ones that I've been releasing I made a while back. But sometimes I do have to generate a song like 5 times to get something close to what I want. But anyway, and then what else is on there? There's a Mud Shark song. There's a song I posted on my Twitter today, or X. Sorry, Elon. Sorry, Elon. It's called Sizzle, or I can't remember the name, because the name of the song the robots gave it, I just called it Sizzle. And it's a house song. My irreverent, I burn up my chats burn up the feeds. I can't remember the words. I was reading it earlier. My irreverent presence takes its place in the effervescence, things like that. And then, but the chorus is so cool. I just like sizzle. The sizzle is fucking. It got me the first time I heard it. I was like, oh my god! Like I didn't think this song should sound like this, but now I can't get it out of my head. Like this is the only way it can exist. If I ever remake it with the real stuff, I'll have to make it sound close to that. But if you go to my X and you find that thing that I posted today, it will bring you to the published page on my Udio. Eventually. There's an Agent Stone song on there. There's also a Luke of the Bind song that I made. And, the chorus is like, you can't hide from Luke of the Bind. He's got a 6th and 7th sense. Which that was before the 6th, 7th thing happened, which is weird. Ready and primed, Luke of the Bind, to make some chaos condense. Seriously. Chaos condensed. Sounds like order, doesn't it? Right? All the chaotic thoughts, the chaotic ideas, you sort of taking a net and catching them. Come down here. Fish in town kind of works, right? Hey, come down here, Chaos. I want to speak to you for a second and turn you into a song, or turn you into a treatment for a TV show, or turn you into an idea for a new podcast or whatever. And it's so much easier for me to do that now. It's like I have all the fishing tools in my brain, and everything, anything that passes by, I have the right tool for it. I've got a spear gun. I've got some nets, big nets, small nets. I've got fishing rods, different types. Some trolling rods, because I like to troll. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll leave you with this. Here we go. Trolling rod. One time when I was a kid, we lived in Key West. Yes, one of the islands I lived on. And my dad bought a boat, because that's what you do when you live in a place like that. And we used to go out on it all the time. There were a few times where he'd go out with his buddies and drink, and the waves would be so high. I mean, it's Key West. You drive out just a little bit into the water and you're out in the open ocean, and man, when those waves come, holy crap. And I think our boat was like a 15-footer. It was not that big. Well, one time he was trolling, had fishing poles hooked up in the back and had the line out, and the hooks just bouncing on the water. Bing, bing, boom, bing, 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 bing. What do you use? I use Suno AI. I use Udio. UDIO. I haven't tried much Suno, but I want to. I've got so many credits built up on Udio right now. I could probably do whatever the standard is for. I think you can only generate like 5 new projects a day, but then I could remix and add in it forever. I've got like hundreds of credits built up. Anyway, so my dad was with a buddy, and I was there too, and he had the fishing poles in the back, and he's trolling, and he's just trying to catch some fish, whatever. And all of a sudden, you see this pelican who saw the bait dumping around and swoops down and grabs it. So now we've got to stop the boat. Here they are trolling, and they caught something and did something that they didn't mean to, just like trolls will now. So that's one thing that I've done in trolling where I think I've probably hurt a few people more than I meant to. It's like hard to gauge how much someone's going to react to a thing you say, right? And I tend to, I'm not a person who's violent physically, but I tend to be a little violent with my words. And, I joke around about being Mexican and, having razor blades and cutting people. But literally, like they say, the pen's mightier than the sword. And sometimes you can sharpen up a sentence so much and cut someone so deep with your words that they almost bleed out. And I feel like, so yeah, just like the pelican, sometimes I have to stop my boat and stop my trolling, and go over to the pelican that I just caught, who's now like, oh my God, you trolled me so hard, and I can't let go. And I have to calm him down and cut the line out of his mouth and say, it's okay, little guy, it's okay. I was just trolling a little bit. I didn't mean to catch you so hard. I didn't mean to hurt you so hard, okay? Okay. But the thing is, you want to be in this race with all the rest of us, right? But the thing is, it's hard being in this derby. Just applying and being part of this derby can be very rough. And if you're not prepared for it, you're going to get hurt. Okay? I'm just, and maybe, I'm one of those people who's like, I'm just sort of shooting from the hip. And if I'm hurting you and just shooting from the hip, imagine if someone actually did target you. I don't think you'd be able to deal with that, okay? So I'm sort of like the precursor. I'm like, not a gatekeeper at all. I'm just a dude hanging out the front who's like, yo, you got the right clothes to deflect any knife blows, man? You got the right armor in your soul to deflect just the random shit I'm gonna say to you, even though I can probably like assess you very quickly and reach down into the depths of your brain and like really pull something out. Watch out, because those who have been hurt can hurt. And that's me. So, and I don't mean to hurt all the time, but it's like I'm just trying to be a constructive criticism guy. But sometimes that don't work out so well. So, again, the real derby is happening all the time. And here online, it's quite a race. And if you are not prepared, you did not train correctly, and you come out here and you try to run with the big boys, you're going to get trampled. All right, have a good one, and I will see you later.